I am back in Liverpool, folks. It's the run up to St Patrick's Day. So what could be better than finding an Irish pub and experiencing some Irish food? Why Liverpool? Well, Liverpool, probably out of all the cities of the UK, have the biggest connection with Ireland. So outside of Ireland, this is probably as good a place to come as you can get. We'll talk a little bit more inside about the history between the city of Liverpool and the island of Ireland. Not as easy to say as I hoped. So why this place? It's called Shenanigans. What a great name that is. That's the first reason. Irish pubs and shenanigans go together, don't they? Number two, it's an independent. Of course, in a big city like Liverpool, you've got your chains, your own Neils and all that. But we're going to try independence where we can, aren't we? And third, and possibly most importantly, they claim to have the best pint of Guinness in the whole city of Liverpool. And there's a plenty of Irish pubs around, let me tell you. So that's a bold claim. Come on, let's get inside and find out what it's all about, shall we? So folks, come in and found myself a seat. We're in here pretty early. It's what, 12:30 now on a weekday, and there's already a fair smattering of customers around enjoying food, a couple enjoying drinks. It's got a nice vibe to it, really, really friendly staff downstairs on the bar. I've come to an upstairs seating area just so I'm not getting other people in the shop and whatever. Yeah, I like it. Decorations around the wall, harking back to Ireland as you expect in this kind of place. Yeah, it's got a nice sort of vibe to it. Rustic and welcoming. That's what you're looking for. Menu here. This is the Shenanigans food menu. So on the front here, you've got some bar bites and sandwiches and stuff like that. Sort of more light lunchtimey kind of snacks. Nothing particularly Irish in amongst them. And then when you flip over to the other side and you find the main menu, you've got bangers and mash, steak and Guinness pie, Irish stew. I'm going for an Irish stew. Homemade braised beef and seasonal vegetables in a rich beef gravy served with thick white bread and butter. Just £8. That sounds like great value to me. I'm also going for the Irish spice basket. So we go from the very traditional there with the Irish stew to the modern with the spice basket. It's a twist on the spice bag. So this has got crispy chicken, triple cooked chips, mixed peppers and onions tossed together in a salt and chilli seasoning. Sounds pretty good. You got some burgers, you got some fish and chips and all that sort of stuff there. Even the fish and chips here, £12.50. That's served with chips, homemade chunky chips, mushy peas and tartar sauce. I mean, that all sounds really good value, doesn't it? The Guinness. Already got that ordered, already got it well rested here. The best pint of Guinness in the city of Liverpool. Now this has cost £5.40 for that pint, which is a bargain compared to where I live, let me tell you. So here we go, none of this splitting the G nonsense. Just like to enjoy a pint. Oh, that's nice. Nice and creamy. Oh, I do like a pint of Guinness. It's good for you, isn't it? Got iron in it, all that sort of good stuff. So, effectively a health drink. Right, I'm going to sit back, enjoy my surroundings, and wait for my food to come. Right, guys, that didn't take too long at all. About 15 minutes after ordering, I guess. I have here the spice basket. We got chips, we got chicken strips, fried peppers, fried onions, fresh scallions, freshly chopped chilli all over the top of it too. And I tell you what, it smells great. I had a spice bag over in Dublin quite some time ago from, I think it was called Shan Street Food. And I was really, really disappointed with it. It was very beige, very uninspiring. This has got vibrant colours everywhere. It looks great. Little curry sauce here on the side as well to go with it. And here, this bowl of loveliness is my Irish stew. Some bread and butter here on the side, just from a regular kind of supermarket loaf. Would it be nicer to have like a bit of soda bread or something like that? Maybe, but come on, we're talking about £8 here, so. Right, a little slurp of this. Let's launch in. And we'll get cracking. I think we'll start with the spice basket. Put the stew out of the way. That's going to keep warm for a good while. And we'll bring this into focus. What do you think about this? Chips, chicken strips, loads of veggies, curry sauce on the side. If we're getting curry sauce involved, gonna need a napkin, aren't we? Now this will have salt and pepper seasoning all over it, so there won't be any need to season it. Though there is salt and pepper sachets and whatever in there. We'll see if we need them for the stew afterwards or not. In fact, to be honest, I don't think I'm even going to start with cutlery on this. Pull out a chip. Now you can see on here the seasoning. Nice thick chips. I mean, I guess these are not like the home-cooked ones, but that's not what a spice bag's all about. Lovely and crispy outside. Really fluffy inside. And that salt and pepper seasoning on the outside. A little bit of 5 spice in there too. God, that does the trick, let me tell you. Got some here with the scallions on or spring onions. And I tell you what, there's a fair amount of these chicken strips in here. 5, 6 maybe, even more, once I dig down into it. I'm going to try it by itself. Yeah, nice and crispy. Plenty of that salt and pepper seasoning on there. Like I said, definitely won't need seasoning. But I'm going to go in with this curry sauce. You see it's clinging there? I thought it was going to be a bit thinner than that on first impressions. But no. That's just what you'd call a Chinese curry sauce. Just the same sort of thing you get from your takeaway. It does work well with the chicken and the flavours on that crispy coating. It's really good. Let's get some of these veggies involved in the whole thing. So we've got peppers, chilies, onions. All sorts of peppers in there. There's red, green and yellow. Even though they're kind of stir-fried, they've still got a little bit of bite to them. So that helps with the sort of freshness. Oh, yeah. And like I said, the scallions are fresh. The chilies are fresh, not cooked. It's the peppers and then the onions that have been cooked. And the chilies and the scallions are what are bringing that level of freshness in. I'll tell you what, in spite of the smattering of veggies over the top, it's not the healthiest meal you're ever going to have. But it's not supposed to be. It's the kind of thing you use either at the beginning of a night or the end of a night. To either line the stomach or soak up the booze. But comparing this one to the one I had in Dublin, is chalk and cheese. This is actually delicious. I love the colours. I love the crunch to everything. The flavours of all the onions and the peppers. Yeah. I can say this really works. It's £11. I think that's okay. A really good kind of snacky lunch, dinner, late night snack. No complaints at all. And the curry sauce works well. Right, I'm going to eat a bit more of this, and then we'll move on to the Irish stew. I've still got a bit of a chilli zing going on from that spice basket, so we'd better try and cleanse the palate somewhat. Oh, it's going down very, very nicely. Okay, on to the Irish stew. Now, reading this again off the menu here, home braised beef, seasonal vegetables in a rich beef gravy, served with white bread and butter. So you got the white bread and butter here. Like I said, nothing particularly special about that, but it will help mopping up all that gravy and juices and whatever at the end. In here, we've got plenty of chunks of beef. We've got potato in there, there's carrot in there, there's onion in there. Swede as well, by the looks of it. Nice touch. And the gravy, it's not overly thick, but I think that's kind of what you want with an Irish stew. Now, of course, if you remember when I came out to Liverpool last time, I popped into the Cavern restaurant, didn't I? And I had their scouse. And it's very much a variation on a theme, isn't it, with this? And as it mentioned on the menu actually over there, it's like the origins of it are hard to pin down, but it's like sailors' recipes that have moved around between the sort of trading countries over the years. And that's what this is also based on, I guess. And I promised we were going to talk a little bit more about the history of Liverpool and Ireland together, didn't we? So we'll do that while we're eating this. Great flavours. Really lovely, beefy taste to this. I'm guessing they're probably using some stout in the cookery with the gravy and whatever, just to add a depth of flavour. The potato there, really nice and soft. Same with the carrot. My taste, I'd probably like it a little less soft, but you know, that's just personal taste. I like a kind of a stew that has still a little bit of bite in the veggies. But what has happened, because they've been cooked down, you know, it's not so much that you cook, you know, that they're breaking down, but they have absolutely absorbed some of that flavour into them as well from that gravy. So there's no issues there. I don't think any seasoning is needed here at all. That's a tasty bowl of food. Just think about that history between Ireland and Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool was a huge port city over the years. And there was obviously a lot of trade between Ireland and Liverpool being the sort of nearest neighbour. And when you look into sort of the 1840s, around then, when there was the Great Famine over in Ireland, a lot of people left Ireland. And of course, Liverpool was the first port of call. And so many of them settled. And apparently there was a census taken in 1851, I think it was. And at that point, 22% of the population of Liverpool were Irish immigrants. And of course, many of them stayed, didn't return back to Ireland afterwards. And so there's a huge sort of Irish tradition here. I mean, at that stage, I think it was about 70 or 80,000 Irish in the city. And there's still a huge Irish heritage here. Obviously, you know, there are people directly descended from those immigrants from, what, 170 plus years ago, still living in the area. And so those sort of traditions or whatever, they all come down through the generations, don't they? And that's one of the reasons there's so many Irish pubs in this city, because the people of the city have such a huge affinity with Ireland itself. You know, you think back to those port days, even after that time, when the Titanic left Belfast, first port of call, Liverpool, before it headed down to Southampton and Cherbourg to pick up more passengers. It's just great links between the two. And so then when you think that scouse dish, which, to be fair, the one I had a thicker gravy than this, and the veggies weren't quite so cooked down. But I don't know whether that's how they're supposed to be cooked or not. It was just delicious. This is good too, though. Again, on a winter's day, it's a little bit cold outside. You know, thinking back to the days of the origins of this, if it was to do with boats or farmers or anything like that, good, hearty food. It can be made in a big pot over a stove. Probably kept going for a couple of days, just topping up with water or whatever. This would have been the stuff to keep you going, wouldn't it? Well, and now I've got this stuff to keep me going too. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm not going to bother with the butter on the bread, because I think if I dip that in there, it's going to just sort of add grease to the gravy. Yeah, like I say, it's just a cheap white bread, but it will do their job when I finish this up of mopping up all those juices. And that's what you want, isn't it? Don't waste anything. Get in there with a lump of bread. Pick up any of the last little bits of veggies, the last little bits of beef, and all that gravy with all that goodness in it. Yes, please. You know what? Rather than heading outside to do the summing up into the drizzle, which we've got currently today, I thought I'd stop in here and talk you through it. And just noticed, dressed appropriately, aren't I, for an Irish bar in my green sweatshirt. And again, more often than not, you're going to find me in green clobber, aren't you? When I think about this place, Shenanigans. Well, I haven't been up to any shenanigans since I've been here. I've been a very good boy. I like the venue. You've got a pub bit downstairs, upstairs to another bar. There's a bar just behind me here. The actual bar itself isn't open, just the downstairs one. And then there's even a roof terrace that they can use in the summer months and what have you. Great, great venue. I can imagine on a Friday night with this stuff flowing, you're going to have a great atmosphere in here, let me tell you. And if you want to come in for a bite to eat, like I said, they've got quite a lot of sort of simpler stuff on the menu, burgers and fish and chips and all that kind of stuff. If they're done as well as that spice basket has been done, I think you're in for a treat, and for not that much money, let me tell you. For me, out of the two dishes, the spice basket was the star of the show. I loved those flavours. I loved the veggies on there. There were 8 chicken strips as I made my way through it, which is more than enough for a portion, I think. Chips cooked well, and the little curry sauce dip to go alongside it. Just worked. Just worked. It's that right level of kind of saltiness, savouriness, and whatever. Great beer snack, like I say, at the beginning or the end of an evening, even in the middle if you just need to prepare yourself for a bit of a late night. Now, the Irish stew, enjoyed the flavours of that. Personal taste, I'd have liked the beef to have been cooked down a little bit more, and the veggies perhaps a little bit less, so perhaps cut them into slightly bigger chunks, that sort of thing. But nothing wrong with the flavours there. And yeah, a nicer piece of bread to go with it, and, you know, a chunk from an uncut loaf or something like that, or a bit of soda bread. But it's only £8, so, you know, you can't grumble too much, can you? Great flavours, plenty of beef in there, let me tell you. I've got to come up with a score for this, haven't I? I mean, if I was to score the Irish stew, I think I preferred the scouse I had last time I was up in Liverpool. And I've had better Irish stews over in Ireland, but it's still decent. I think it's like a 6, 7 out of 10 dish, particularly when you take the price into account. The spice basket, I mean, I think that's an 8, 9 out of 10 for what it is, you know? Yeah, it's chips, it's fried chicken strips. But the seasoning on there and all those fresh veggies, really vibrant colours. 3 different colours of peppers, your onions, red and green chilies. It really lifts the dish. And I just think it's great. Absolutely great. The pint, well, as you can see, I've not had too much problem with that. It's gone down very, very nicely. Overall, what are we going to score this? I think it's a good 7.5, 8 out of 10. Probably 8, yeah. It's good 8 out of 10, I think. I think that's a fair score. Really good pricing, £24.40 paid altogether. No service charge on that. Yeah, an enjoyable lunch in a good little venue. That I think, like I say, on a busier day, I'm here filming on a weekday, early in the day. This place will be bouncing when it's full of people, let me tell you. Right. I think that's going to be it from me for today. Let me know in the comments down below if you've got any plans for St. Patrick's Day, what you get up to. Obviously, I've got a lot of Irish viewers, so I'm sure they've got lots of plans. Mainly involve some of this, I'd have thought. But yeah, if you've got anything that you want to let me know about, bung it in the comments down below. If not, well, where am I off to next time? Who knows? You shall have to wait and see, won't you? But yeah, click a thumbs up. Oh, look out. That's not the old Bill, is it? Come to get me. I've been really good. I've been really good. I promise. I promise. But yeah, if click a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ding your bell for notifications. You guys all know the drill by now, don't you? I'll catch you next time, folks. Bye for now. Oh, and Sláinte.